night falls on the streets of Vietnam, life seems to only just begin. The sound of thousands of motorbikes blends with street vendors' calls, the clinking of glasses, and laughter echoing from every corner. Here, night doesn't mean silence. It is when life beats at its truest rhythm, when people shed the constraints of the day to live by their instincts and simple joys. Vietnam, a small S-shaped land by the Pacific Ocean, captivates not only with its landscapes, but with the way its people savor every breath of life. Here, you might encounter things that astonish Westerners. A barbershop under a tree, a crowded sidewalk eatery full of tiny plastic chairs, a cup of dark coffee whipped with egg yolk, or a woman confidently walking to the market in her pajamas. Graceful and unapologetic. All of these create a vibrant, sometimes chaotic, yet irresistibly alive picture. A Vietnam both modern and primitive, where culture, habits, and people blend into a symphony unlike any other. With just $500, you could drink fine liquor, taste exotic dishes, travel thousands of kilometers across the country, and feel the pulse of life that is both simple and mystical. Yet what lingers afterward isn't the taste of cold beer or the thrill of night feasts. It's the people, the gentle smiles, the sparkling eyes behind the haze of traffic dust, and the way they turn every ordinary moment into something unforgettable. Vietnam's night is not just an experience, it is an invitation. An invitation to step into a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and where everyday stories breathe with a touch of magic. Number 1. The Kingdom of Motorbikes, the soul of Vietnam's rhythm. Stand at any street corner in Vietnam, Hanoi, Saigon, Da Nang, or Hue, and listen. You'll notice one sound dominating all others, the hum of motorbikes. Not car horns, not footsteps, but the steady growl and whir of engines, echoing from millions of bikes weaving through each other in a chaotic dance that, strangely enough, has its own rhythm and order. Vietnamese people fondly call their country the Kingdom of Motorbikes. And they're not wrong. More than 70 million motorbikes are on the road, nearly one for every person. Here, the motorbike isn't just transportation. It's part of the national identity. It's woven into the pulse of daily life, every morning commute, every evening rush, every homebound trip for Tet. To foreigners, that river of bikes looks like an endless metallic flood. Western visitors often freeze at the curb, afraid to cross. Yet Vietnamese people stroll calmly into the flow, as if guided by an invisible language of mutual understanding. Move slowly, stay steady, don't make sudden turns, and the bikes will avoid you. Vietnam's traffic doesn't run on rules, it runs on intuition. Someone once said, "If you want to understand the Vietnamese, watch how they drive." Beneath the seeming chaos lies flexibility, patience, and finesse. The very traits that helped this nation endure centuries of war and poverty to rise stronger than ever. A Vietnamese rider might carry a family of 4, a potted plant, a few rice sacks, or even a pig on a single bike. Not out of disregard for safety, but from a quiet belief that the motorbike is an extension of life itself. A motorbike is freedom. It's the ability to slip through narrow alleys, to travel from ancient streets to rice fields, from cities to mountain villages. It's how a student takes a night shift, how a street vendor carries her world behind her, or how a young couple rides through rainy streets, drenched yet radiant with joy. Behind the noise, the exhaust, and the endless motion lies the heartbeat of modern Vietnam, a heartbeat that never sleeps. And perhaps that's why, even long after leaving the country, people still remember the familiar phant phach of motorbike engines. The sound not merely of traffic, but of a nation always in motion, always alive in every single moment. Number 2. The sidewalks that speak when street culture becomes national identity. There's a saying, if you want to understand the soul of a country, walk on its sidewalks. In Vietnam, sidewalks aren't just for walking, they're for living. As the sun sets, the streets begin to transform. From small daytime stalls emerge glowing lights, the scent of grilled meat, the chill of cold beer, and the sound of laughter, all blending into a melody of everyday life. On one corner, a barber works among the passing crowds. On another, a group of young people sit on low plastic stools, clinking glasses as they share stories about their day. Getting a haircut outdoors, drinking beer on the sidewalk, or simply sitting silently watching the traffic pass. These small acts speak volumes about the Vietnamese spirit. They are unafraid of closeness, unbothered by sharing space. In Vietnamese culture, intimacy is a way of life. Amidst the noise and dust, people still find joy in every moment, as if life only truly matters when it's lived together, not apart. In many Western cities, setting chairs and tables out on the street could mean a fine. But in Hanoi or Saigon, it's the very soul of the city. The tiny plastic stools, chilled draft beer, and neon lights from old signs all form what's known as sidewalk culture, a way of life that cannot be replicated anywhere else. To Westerners, it may seem strange, but to the Vietnamese, it's the most natural thing in the world. The sidewalk is a meeting place, a cafe, an office, a playground, a memory. Countless love stories and life journeys have begun from those simple evenings sitting by the street. A sidewalk beer in Vietnam may cost only 20,000 dong, but what you receive in return is a sense of belonging to something greater than yourself. Here, people don't need fancy restaurants to connect, nor elaborate rituals to build friendship. All it takes is a seat, a story, and a smile. If you've ever wandered through Bui Vien Street in Saigon or Ta Hien Street in Hanoi at night, you'll see it clearly. Strangers sit together, laugh together, share a beer, and talk like old friends. Amidst the music and cigarette smoke, no one feels alone. Sidewalk culture is a mirror reflecting the Vietnamese soul. Simple, open, and always able to find joy in the ordinary. It's proof of the vitality of a people who have endured upheavals, yet never lost their ability to savor life. Perhaps that's why so many, after leaving Vietnam, say they miss the atmosphere here more than anything else. Not the scenery, not the hotels, but the sidewalks, where the simplest stories become the most unforgettable. Number 3. Strange delicacies and courage, when Vietnamese flavors amaze the world. If there's one thing travelers never forget about Vietnam, it's not the skyscrapers or the turquoise beaches, it's the food. Not just delicious, but strange, bold, and at times, a test of courage. Vietnamese people can eat almost anything, and they know how to turn what seems inedible into something delightful. In the Mekong Delta, there's Duong Dua, plump coconut larvae that live inside palm trunks. To locals, it's a delicacy. When fried, they pop and sizzle with rich flavor. When eaten raw, they squirm lightly in a bowl of spicy fish sauce, a daring invitation to the brave. For travelers, it's the appetizer to a true culinary adventure. In the north, there's Tiet Khan, a dish that makes many Westerners shudder. Fresh duck or pig's blood, mixed with minced meat, roasted peanuts, and fragrant herbs. It's not merely an act of bravery, but of faith. Faith in freshness, in life itself. Vietnamese people don't eat to challenge themselves. They eat because they believe every ingredient has value, and nothing in nature should go to waste. In the south, there's Trung Vit Lon, fertilized duck egg, the symbol of a debate between disgusting and nutritious. To the Vietnamese, it's a life-giving food, passed down for generations. To foreigners, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, terrifying yet fascinating. But in that difference lies the beauty. Vietnamese cuisine is not merely about eating, it's about culture, about how people honor life and nature in every bite. Every strange dish in Vietnam has a soul. Each tells the story of a land, of its resilience, ingenuity, and ability to adapt. In times of hardship, nothing edible was wasted. Everything was transformed into flavor. From that necessity was born a culinary culture that is both practical and artistic, both grounded and imaginative. Vietnamese food is also a dialogue between the past and the present. Traditional dishes like Tiet Can, Trung Vịt Lon, and Duong Dua coexist with modern creations like salted coffee, banh mi sandwiches, or globally beloved chicken pho. Together, they tell the story of a people who know how to balance identity with openness. One traveler once wrote, "Eating in Vietnam is like learning to see the world again, where the things you fear may be the very things worth cherishing." Indeed, every meal here is not just about taste, but about courage, gratitude, and reverence for life and labor. On narrow streets, you might see an old woman selling boiled duck eggs, or a man grilling duong dua over charcoal. No one finds it strange, because within that smoke and sizzle lies a piece of national memory, where food is not just survival, but pride. In Vietnam, a dish doesn't need luxury to be unforgettable. A plastic chair, a bowl of fish sauce, and a little courage. Sometimes that's all it takes to understand an entire culture. Number 4. The beauty of customs. When Vietnam's ethnic cultures amaze the world. If Vietnam were a symphony, its 54 ethnic groups would be 54 unique melodies woven into one harmonious song. Each group, from the northern mountains to the southern plains, carries its own customs, rituals, and traditions. To outsiders, they may seem strange or hard to grasp. Yet it is precisely these distinctions that shape Vietnam's deep and inimitable cultural identity. On the rocky slopes of Ha Giang, the Hmong people still keep the ancient wife-catching tradition, a custom that sounds harsh at first, but is, in essence, a folkloric way of expressing love. When a young couple has feelings for each other, the man takes the woman to his home for a few days. If she agrees, the wedding is celebrated joyfully. If not, she is free to return, and no one can force her. Over time, this ritual has become more than just a ceremony. It's a testament to the Hmong's unique blend of romance and freedom within the framework of tradition. Among the Red Dao people in Bac Ha or Sapa, weddings are not just single-day celebrations, but multi-day journeys filled with flutes, drums, and ancient dances. It is more than a marital ceremony. It's a spiritual festival, a time when the entire village witnesses, blesses, and sings about love together. In contrast, ethnic groups like the Aje and Mnong in the Central Highlands follow one of Asia's rare matriarchal systems. Here, women are the heart of the family. They propose marriage, make household decisions, and after marriage, the husband moves into the wife's home. To Westerners, this may seem unusual. To the Vietnamese, it symbolizes the harmony of yin and yang, where the soft strength of women complements, not opposes, the role of men. Even the way Vietnamese people perceive death holds profound meaning. In the highlands of the Northwest, the Thai and Lo people still maintain the tradition of feeding the dead, placing food on altars to invite the spirits of ancestors to dine with the living. In some villages, wooden statues are carved in the likeness of the deceased and placed beside the home, as if to continue conversations that death could not silence. They believe the dead do not leave, they simply walk into another world. This belief is the root of Vietnamese compassion, the conviction that everything has a soul, and humans remain forever connected to their past, their ancestors, and the land that gave them life. For visitors, these customs are not just curiosities. They are windows into the soul of a people who honor diversity while preserving their heritage. It is in this diversity that Vietnam finds its unity. Whether you are a kin from the lowlands, a Hmong from the mountains, or a Cham from the central plains, you all belong to the same Essa-shaped homeland, a small nation containing dozens of intertwined cultural worlds. And perhaps that is why Vietnam is never boring. Every land, every village, every song tells a different story, yet all share one essence: pride in their roots and a deep reverence for tradition. Number 5. Coffee, the soul of modern Vietnam. If motorbikes are the heartbeat of Vietnam, then coffee is the lifeblood flowing through every breath of the city. From tiny cafes tucked into Hanoi's ancient alleys to rooftop lounges in the heart of Saigon, coffee here is not merely a drink. It is a ritual of life. Vietnamese people don't drink coffee in haste. They wait. They let each dark drop fall slowly from the fin filter, producing a rhythmic dripping sound, the pulse of time itself. In a world that rushes forward, only in Vietnam can people sit for hours, savoring coffee one sip at a time. Vietnamese coffee is strong, thick, and bold, just like its people. A glass of black iced fin coffee, with its intoxicating aroma and lingering bitterness, doesn't just awaken the body, but also stirs the soul. Because when sitting beside a cup of coffee, Vietnamese people reflect, converse, and dream. The world knows Vietnam as the second largest exporter of Robusta beans, but few realize how the Vietnamese have turned coffee into an art form. They've created countless unique variations: Cà phê sua ja, iced milk coffee; Cà phê trung, egg coffee; Cà phê muoi, salt coffee; Cà phê dua, coconut coffee. Each region holds its own secret recipe. In Hanoi, the rich, creamy egg coffee, a seemingly absurd blend of egg yolk and coffee, captivates visitors so deeply that CNN once called it a must-try before you die. In Hue, the salty sweet Cà phê muoi leaves an unforgettable aftertaste, while in Da Nang, coconut coffee softens the bitterness with a tropical charm. And then there's Cà phê chon, weasel coffee, a luxurious brew made from beans digested by civet cats. 100 grams can cost hundreds of dollars, yet the Vietnamese don't sell mere luxury. They sell experience, the thrill of tasting something both wild and refined. In Vietnam, a coffee shop isn't just a place to drink. It's where people meet, work, fall in love, break up, or simply escape the world for a while. Some cafes have nothing more than a few worn wooden chairs, yet they are where ideas are born, dreams take shape, and hearts connect. Whether in bright morning sunlight or the stillness of midnight, the scent of coffee remains the invisible thread that ties people to themselves. Vietnam's coffee culture is a symbol of integration without losing identity. The drink came from the West, but once it entered Vietnam, it gained a Vietnamese soul, unhurried, deep, and rich. Vietnamese people don't drink coffee to stay awake. They drink it to feel, to slow down amid an accelerating world. In truth, coffee in Vietnam is more than a habit. It's a philosophy of life, to cherish every small moment. In every drop falling from the fin, one can see the image of a patient, meticulous nation that knows how to turn the ordinary into something extraordinary. Number 6. Football, the flame of unity in the heart of Vietnam. In Vietnam, football is more than a sport. It is a collective belief, an unspoken religion that can make an entire nation weep, whether in triumph or heartbreak. When the Vietnamese national team takes the field, Every street seems to fall silent. Cafes turn up their televisions, markets close early, and workers in their uniforms stop by the roadside to watch. From the northern mountains to the southern coast, millions of hearts beat as one. In those moments, football is no longer just a game. It is the breath of unity. People often say that Vietnam is a land of small miracles. One of those miracles happens when the final whistle blows, and the team wins. In an instant, millions flood the streets, draped in the red of the national flag. Cheers erupt like thunder, flags wave like ocean waves, and endless motorbike parades fill the night with chants of Vietnam Vô Địch, Vietnam, the champion. There are no divides of wealth or region, only a single shared pride. We are Vietnamese. What's most remarkable is how, in those moments, strangers become friends. Street vendors hug customers, elders laugh with the young. Every social barrier seems to vanish, leaving only joy and togetherness. It's rare to find another place in the world where the spirit of sport unites people so deeply. But it's not only in victory that the Vietnamese come together. When the team loses, they cry together, console one another, and believe again. Next time, we'll do better. That simple faith, sometimes naive but always sincere, has made football an inseparable part of the national identity. Behind every match lies a story of aspiration. A team from a small country, once scarred by war and poverty, now commands the attention of Asia. Every goal, every save, carries the strength and pride of a resilient nation. Perhaps that is why the Vietnamese love football so passionately. Because in the sport, they see themselves, a small people who never surrender, who always fight, always believe, and always move forward. When the final whistle sounds and the nights of Hanoi or Saigon glow with seas of red and gold, you will understand. In Vietnam, football is not played with feet alone. It is played with the hearts of millions. It is in those moments that you can feel the true spirit of Vietnam, a nation that may argue about everything. But when the national anthem begins, they all sing as one. Number 7. The midday nap and the pajamas. When practicality becomes a charm of Vietnamese culture. In many parts of the world, taking a nap during the day might be seen as laziness. But in Vietnam, the midday nap is a cultural ritual. A simple habit that modern science now recognizes as beneficial to both body and mind. From office workers to students, from drivers to street vendors, when the clock strikes noon, something magical happens. The whole country seems to rest. Those with chairs lean back. Those with desks rest their heads. And those with nothing simply find a shady spot, lay down a newspaper, and close their eyes for 15 minutes. This short nap is more than physical rest. It's a reset for the spirit, a pause in the busy rhythm of life. In Vietnam, people don't force themselves to stay alert all day. They know when to stop and recharge. That deliberate slowness, simple as it seems, is the secret to their steady endurance through long working hours. And when they wake, they carry on, often still in their pajamas. Yes, in Vietnam, pajamas aren't just for sleeping. In small markets, rural areas, and even urban neighborhoods, it's common to see women strolling to the market in brightly patterned sleepwear, basket in hand, a sight both practical and endearing. Foreign visitors often chuckle the first time they see it. But once they understand, they admire it. Those pajamas aren't just convenient, they reflect a philosophy of simplicity and sensibility. In a hot, humid climate, they're the perfect choice. Light, airy, easy to wash, modest, and comfortable. In Vietnam, fashion isn't about display, it's about harmony between function and life. Vietnamese people choose what makes sense over what looks complicated. comfort over extravagance. That is where their quiet beauty lies, the beauty of sincerity, of living in rhythm with oneself. Many travelers have said that Vietnam feels easier to breathe than anywhere else. Perhaps it's because here, no one pretends to be perfect. You can nap at your desk, shop in pajamas, and still be respected. Deep within Vietnamese culture, naturalness itself is the standard of beauty. So when you see an elderly lady in a pale pink floral pajama set, calmly cycling down the street, smile, for you are witnessing one of the most quintessentially Vietnamese scenes, where practicality turns into grace and simplicity radiates its own quiet elegance. Number 8. Vietnamese women, the beauty of grace and resilience. Perhaps nothing leaves a deeper impression on visitors than the image of a Vietnamese woman, petite in stature, gentle in face, with bright eyes and a smile full of quiet strength. They are neither loud nor ostentatious, yet in every gesture and step lies an enduring beauty, like a serene river flowing through countless seasons, quietly nurturing the land it touches. The beauty of Vietnamese women is not merely physical. It is the harmony between tradition and modernity, gentleness and determination, humility and confidence. Within every Vietnamese woman lives the image of a devoted mother, a loving wife, a dutiful daughter, and at the same time, that of a businesswoman, a leader, an artist, or a teacher, all steadily affirming their place in a changing society. Around the world, many are surprised to learn that Vietnam ranks among the countries with the highest percentage of female-led enterprises in Asia. Nearly 40% of Vietnamese companies are owned or managed by women, a figure that speaks volumes. It reflects the independence, perseverance, and ambition that have flowed in their veins for generations. Yet no matter how strong they become, they never lose their softness. You might see a woman running a company by day and wrapping bánh trưng for Tet by night, delivering a presentation in a boardroom and later carefully folding her child's school uniform. Their many roles don't exhaust them. They express their instinct to love and nurture. That tradition has deep roots in history. During wartime, Vietnamese women carried rice, sewed uniforms, tilled fields, raised children, and even took up arms, all while smiling through the bombs. In peace, they returned to their roles as mothers, wives, and keepers of the family flame. From the time of the Trung sisters until today, the steel in their hearts has never faded, only hidden gracefully beneath layers of gentleness. The Vietnamese have a saying, "When the enemy comes to the house, even the women must fight." It's not just a saying, it's a truth about the unyielding spirit of the women of this land. Yet what makes them most admirable is not their strength, but how they use that strength to nurture, not to confront. In their eyes, one sees compassion, in their voice, calmness, and in their smile, an entire world of patience and hope. The áo đai, Vietnam's traditional dress, is perhaps their clearest symbol. Modest yet alluring, elegant yet unpretentious. It embodies who they are, women who maintain refinement and dignity amid a noisy world. Today, young Vietnamese women are more confident than ever. They study abroad, build businesses, love freely, and live on their own terms. Yet they still carry the soul of generations past. Humility, devotion to family, and the understanding that true strength comes from a heart that knows how to love. You may come to Vietnam for its scenery, its cuisine, or its culture. But if you stay longer, you'll realize it is the women who are the soul of this nation. They don't need the spotlight to shine, for their light already glows quietly in every home, every street corner, and in the warm, steady rhythm of life in Vietnam today. Number 9. Nature and wonders. when Mother Vietnam unfolds the unimaginable. If someone asked, what makes Vietnam truly unique on the world map? The answer lies not only in its people, but also in its motherland, the land that has nurtured and tested this nation for thousands of years. From the endless rice fields of the Mekong Delta to the towering limestone mountains of the north, from the deep, mysterious caves beneath the earth to the sunlit islands scattered across the sea, Vietnam's nature is a grand symphony of life, a beauty not only to be seen, but to be felt deeply within the heart. Hidden in the forests of Quang Binh, within the Phong Nha Bang World Heritage Site, lies a wonder that humbles the entire world, Sun Doong Cave, the largest natural cave on Earth. Discovered in 2009, it stretches over 9 kilometers, with ceilings as tall as a 40-story building. Inside exists an entire self-contained world, with jungles, rivers, and even clouds drifting lazily under beams of sunlight that pierce through massive skylights. People call it the heart of the earth, a place where time stands still, and humans realize how small they are before nature's magnificence. But Son Doong's is just one of countless miracles Mother Vietnam hides. In the north, Ha Long Bay, with its 1,600 limestone islands rising from emerald waters, is often likened to a colossal ink painting crafted by nature itself. Each rock formation and cave here carries its own legend, from the tale of the mother dragon descending to protect the land, to love stories turned to stone. Further northwest, Sapa appears like a realm from a fairy tale. The terraced rice fields curve along the mountainsides, changing colors with the seasons. Lush green in spring, golden in summer, reddish-brown in autumn, and silvered with frost in winter. Amid this breathtaking scenery, the Hmong, Dao, and Thai, people still wear traditional clothes, weave fabrics, grow rice, and greet travelers with humble smiles. In Sapa, every house, every mountain slope tells a story of harmony between humans and nature. And if you seek a place where peace feels tangible, go to Phu Quoc, the southern Pearl Island. Here, the sea is deep blue, the sand fine as powder, and the sunset stretches over the water like golden silk. The night markets glow with light, the scent of grilled seafood drifts in the breeze, and the laughter of locals and travelers blend together, creating a vivid portrait of a Vietnam both wild and modern. Vietnam's nature is not just beautiful, it's full of enchanting contrasts. Some places are so untouched they seem undiscovered by time. Yet only hours away, you'll find cities shimmering with life and lights. That is Vietnam, a land with two sides of one soul. Peaceful yet vibrant, simple yet majestic. Foreign visitors often say, in Vietnam you don't just see nature, you see how people live with it. Indeed, everywhere, from fishermen casting nets in the central coast to farmers planting rice in the deltas, people live in harmony with the land. They do not try to conquer nature, they move in rhythm with its breath. Perhaps that is what gives this country its rare, quiet beauty, a beauty that needs no embellishment, no grandeur, yet makes you stop, take a deep breath, and whisper in awe, "This is Vietnam." Number 10. The cuisine of 3 regions, when flavor becomes the soul of a nation. If there is one thing that connects Vietnamese people from north to south, beyond all differences of dialect, geography, or custom, it is the meal. In Vietnam, food is not merely about filling the stomach. It is a ritual, a joy, and at times, a philosophy of life. Whether in a humble countryside cottage or a modern city restaurant, every Vietnamese meal carries a shared essence: harmony. Harmony between salty, sweet, sour, and spicy. Harmony between earth, sky, and humanity. Harmony between old traditions and new influences. In the north, Cuisine mirrors both the mild climate and the calm temperament of its people. Everything is balanced, refined, and subtle. Pho Ha Noi, the nation's pride, perfectly embodies that spirit. Soft rice noodles, crystal-clear broth scented with roasted ginger, and paper-thin slices of beef all come together in near-perfect equilibrium. Pho is not intense nor overwhelming, yet its quiet depth lingers long after the last sip. Much like the northern soul itself, reserved, thoughtful, and profound. Alongside pho stands another icon, bun cha. Grilled pork, sweet and sour dipping sauce, and fresh herbs, a simple meal that has captivated the world. When former US President Barack Obama shared bun cha in Hanoi with chef Anthony Bourdain, it was more than dinner. It was a meeting of cultures, a symbol of the bridges Vietnamese cuisine can build. Travel south to the central region, and the flavors shift, stronger, bolder, more passionate, reflecting the resilient spirit of its people. Hue, once the imperial capital of the Nguyen dynasty, left its royal imprint on every dish. From the spicy, lemongrass-scented bun bo hue to delicate treats like ban bao, ban nam, and ban loc, Central cuisine is an art of meticulous care, crafted not only with hands, but with the heart. Every dish tells a story, every flavor carries memory. Then comes the South, the land of sunshine and generosity. Here, flavors are vibrant, joyful, and full of life. Southerners love sweetness, a gentle heat, and above all, warmth in spirit. Southern cuisine is a cultural mosaic, shaped by Vietnamese, Chinese, Khmer, and even Western influences. Golden, crispy ban hazeo, filled with shrimp and pork, or richly flavored hu tu nam vang, are proof of the region's creativity and openness. Yet the most remarkable thing about Vietnamese cuisine lies not in recipes, but in togetherness. Vietnamese people rarely eat alone. They sit in circles, share dishes, offer food to one another. Meals are not just for nourishment, they are for connection. On a Vietnamese table, all flavors coexist, like life itself, spicy, sweet, sour, and bitter. But when blended, they create perfect harmony. That is why Vietnamese cuisine is more than good food. It is a metaphor for a way of living, to balance, to share, and to find joy in the simplest things. Westerners may marvel at tiet kan, fresh blood pudding, or trung vịt lon, fertilized duck egg. But to the Vietnamese, these are expressions of love for life, unpretentious, fearless, and full of gratitude. Every dish, no matter how humble, carries the essence of hard work, creativity, and memory. And when people leave Vietnam, they often say what they miss most is the flavor. Not of one dish in particular, but the flavor of the land itself. A place where even the simplest things are imbued with sincerity, warmth, and soul. As the journey comes to an end, you may realize that Vietnam is not just a destination. It is a state of the soul. A small country, yet filled with wonders, where every street call, every sip of coffee, every human glance tells a story of its own. Vietnam does not flaunt its wealth, nor wear the glittering mask of Western modernity. Yet those who have once set foot here can never forget it. For the beauty of this land lies in its harmonious contrasts, ancient yet modern, bustling yet serene, simple yet profound. You will remember the sound of motorbikes rushing through the midnight streets, the scent of strong coffee on misty mornings, the noisy yet cozy sidewalk eateries, the humble yet resilient people, the women whose grace holds both softness and strength. You'll come to see that the simplest things here, a midday nap, a pair of pajamas, a shared meal, are the keys to true happiness. Perhaps what makes Vietnam truly special is not its landscapes, but the way its people live within them. They don't chase, they don't prove. They simply live fully in each fleeting moment. They understand that happiness is not found elsewhere. It resides in the morning cup of coffee, in laughter around the dinner table, in the glance of kindness shared amid a crowded street. And maybe that's why Vietnam keeps calling people back, not to travel, but to feel alive again, to live honestly, slowly, and with gratitude. When night falls and golden lights shimmer on the still water of a Saigon canal or Hanoi's Hoan Kiem Lake, you'll see that Vietnam's night is far from silent. It breathes, it laughs, it lives, and it invites you, the distant traveler, to sit down, take a sip of coffee, and listen to the story of a country that is both fairy tale and reality. This is Vietnam, where every simple thing has a soul, where people still believe in beauty amidst hardship, where life remains humble yet deeply meaningful. If you ever think you've seen the whole world, come to Vietnam, and you'll discover that the smallest things here can change the way you see life itself. Thank you for joining Fascinating Discoveries on this journey. If you love stories of people, culture, and the unseen corners of our world, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this video. Because sometimes, the most extraordinary things are born from the simplest of lives.